Oh, Brad Blanks.
I remember you, Brad.
How are you, sir? We're old mates.
Good. How are you?
We had a good night with Mario Batalia a few years back, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, I was hanging with him last night.
Right? How was it? Good fun?
Great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a good guy.
Bono was there?
Bono was there, yeah.
How was Bono? Was he in good vibes? Or?
Sure, he's in great form. Yeah.
Can you tell me about the Chuck Berry toast?
Well, he just said about Chuck Berry, he says, imagine someone who, came up the way he did and, writing a pop song and says, roll over Beethoven and tell Tchaikovsky the news. I mean, he said, that's mind-blowing, He was a really cool
moment.
Toast for him, and we all appreciate Chuck Berry.
Now, well done on this movie. It's really interesting because you do have to find that balance where I'm like watching it, rooting for you, and loving certain elements of you, and then I'm like, oh, Woody, what's Wilson doing, man? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, there is that kind of thing where sometimes you root for him, and sometimes you're like, I find it hard to root for you, dude, because he does some things, says a lot of things. He doesn't really, he doesn't censor himself, so he does end up saying hurtful things. But that's kind of the humor, That's what makes me laugh about him. And I don't know. I think Daniel Clowes, who wrote the graphic novel and then wrote the script, the screenplay, he caught something that is kind of magic. I love the character. I love this movie. I think Craig Johnson is a great director, and he really nailed it.
Well, final words. I know you're Han Solo's mentor. I know you can't say much about it, but how could you mentor me if I was a young man going out into the world?
How could I mentor you?
What would you say to me?
Well, I'd say watch me and do the opposite.
That's what you say to Han Solo.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, mate.
Anyway, hey, pleasure, man.